Hi, okay, this is the tutorial for this fifth DCA bot here. I will start off with going through these input settings here. But before I go in, just a quick go through for these properties here. Actually, all of this you can just ignore. It's best that you leave it as default. The only thing that you can change and you need to change is the initial capital. I think this is very important because you have to set the actual capital that you plan to trade for this pair, because it will affect slightly on this planning of for the script to plan for the trades, like how much for this entry and how much is the actual cost of it, the average cost of it, including this fee with it, and how much the take profit and the stop loss is valid to even open this new trade. So it will affect that. Okay. Okay, this is table date time format, and you can remove this time also. This is basically referring to this one, the main table here, the start time, end time, first trade, last trade. You see there's a date here. Then this is the time. So you can remove the time if you see that is too much information here. And for this table main, which is referring to this one, you can modify this position and the size of it, and you can turn it off totally, and or you can turn off just part of it, like this divider. For example, this divider is this one, the black color background title. You see it's gone when I turn it off. Okay, so it's more compact. Likewise for all this information, you can turn it off also. Okay, and this is for the colors, right? And this is second table, which is for the profits, total profit, average per month. So you can see over here, the average per month is mainly an average of it. It's not 100% accurate, because like for this current example, I'm on this 1 minute chart, right? This 1 minute chart on Tradingview, it doesn't show a full month. For my account, which is premium, it only show like 2 weeks. For pro account is 1 week. So it doesn't show 1 month, but for an overview of, a rough idea, for your current trading backtest, the results, okay, how much you are making per month if it runs for the whole full month. So this is the rough idea, the estimates for the average per month. And let's move on. Okay, this backtest trading, this I think this is quite important because start date is on this July 20th, which means that this trade, you can see this backtest trades, right? You can see there's all trades here. So all these trades are reflected for the future, for the upcoming trades. So you see this current capital now is at 9,008, which is not 10,000, is down because there's a loss here. So it might not be very accurate and might affect us slightly for your new trades that is coming up if you only start from here, right? So it's best that you when you want to start your trade, your actual trades, you change to the dates that is today, and avoid having all these trades, right? So we pull these dates, the time, to the last candle here, right? So, or you can this is the you can use this date, the time here also. You can put it slightly further into this future. like maybe 15 minutes later, because you need time to set up your alerts and everything, right? Okay, so you can set it here. So the trades will not start until it reach this 15 2:15 a.m., which is around 15 minutes later, right? So it's more accurate, and you see all this is new. So the current capital here you can see is exactly at 10,000. It hasn't started any trades yet. Okay, let's get back to this one. Next part is trading bot. Okay, this trading bot depends on which bot that you are using. If you are not using it, it might be very confusing. So if you're not using, then you can just ignore that part. Just move to the part that is that you are using the bot. Okay, but I will go through each of them. So the first one is Alertatron. It's my recommendation if you want to choose, if you haven't got your board yet, you want to decide which board to take. Alertatron is the best choice because it is almost fully customizable. It's very flexible. So it runs full automatically, and it has this limit order support. So you can choose limit order, market order. So it runs limit order, which is the best. Market order is there's a slight delay on this alert and your board and your exchange when the trade, the order actual execution is slightly delayed, right? Because there's a time delay. So at the time that you actually get your order fulfilled, price is not exactly the same as this script is projecting to you. So it might cause some inconsistencies and inaccuracy. So the best if you can use is limit order. So all the boards, the only board that has limit order is Alertatron. So that's why I recommend Alertatron if you can. It's very straightforward for setting up. You just need to put in your API name that you set up in your Alertatron account, and the pair name. For this one, it has to match the bot name for this pair. This one you have to check with this Alertatron. What's the actual name that they are using for this exchange and for this pair? The pair name on this Tradingview, as you can see, is SOL USDT. So it might not be the same format for Alertatron and all these other bots. So for example, 3Commas, they have their own naming format, like SOL underscore USDT, right? So there's an underscore, and you didn't set it correctly, then the bot cannot capture the correct trade, and it will show you errors. Okay, so it goes same for this Nextlevelbot. This is the exchange type, the name of the exchange used by Nextlevelbot, and the pair name also. All right, there's one feature for this new Nextlevelbot, which they support paper trading within their system. So you can it's default paper trading, so you can turn it off for the real trades. All right, then next is this 3Commas. So 3Commas, you just need the bot ID and the email tokens. So this one you can find it under the bot that you set up. After you set up, you save it, so it will show up at the bottom for the command, and within the command you can find this bot ID and your email token. So it's the same for this one. If you are setting up the bot for multi-pair bots, which is a lot of pairs within one bot, which also what I recommend to set up. So it's very convenient. You just need to set up one commerce bot for all the pairs, and you can set up the Tradingview's alerts to send to the same bot but for the different pairs. So it's very convenient if you set up multi pairs. So the pair name you have to enter here for each of your different pairs. And next is this DCA in which currency. They have this function, so I just might as well add it for you, right? And okay, this one is more important, how this script alert manage the orders. There's information here, you can read it. On is the recommended one because the script will handle everything here. For your commerce, you just need to set up a empty commerce bot, which means that you don't set anything for the DCA part. You just put it empty, 0, and you just need to set base order size and first DCA order size. And I don't think you will be using these two other options because your DCA is safety orders is not using percentage, is not using deviation, scaling, because that is what is on Commerce. All right, so the next one is Cryptohopper. Okay, Cryptohopper is a very limited function for Tradingview. So the only thing that you can do is you just set up your ID and set the coin, and you have to turn on this market order because the limit orders is not compatible with our script with Tradingview. Just use market order. Right, so okay, for other than that, if you are using other bots or you are going to create your own bots, then you can use it here. It's fully functional for separately for long and short. Okay, so this is entry, this is exit, you know. Okay, I'm going to change the name after this tutorial, right? Because it's not actually buy, it's actually sell, because you're shorting the trade, right? So it's sell and this is buy. The next one is trade orders, the direction of the trades. So you can choose both ways. You can long and short, or you can just long, you can just short. All right, it all works. Okay, so this is allocates how much of the capital for the trading. It's up to you, depends on how you want this financial to show up. Okay, you might not be using, so you just leave it at 100%, okay, to avoid your confusion. All right, the next one is compounding profits. So you can turn this on, so it will based on the total available fund plus your profit, you know. So it will go more than the amount that your initial capital is set. So let's say this one is 10,000, but after a while you have this profit of 2,000, so your current total capital will be 12,000. So 12,000, and this base order is based on percentage. So if you turn on this compounding profit, which means that it will take 12% of your 12,000, including your profits, your net profits. So the next new order trades, the base order, it will be the volume, the size of it will be 12,000 multiplied by 12%, which is 1440 instead of 1,002. So if you are not using compounding profit, no matter how much the profit, the past profit that you have, the net profit, the maximum that it will open for the new trade, it will be 12% of the initial capital, which is 10,000. So the base order is 12,000. It will always be 12,000 max. But it can be going down, because if your capital is lesser, then it will open the trades at a lesser amount. All right, so that's why I said this initial capital is very important, and your time of your trade that you actually starts. Because like, let's say for example, that like this one, you can see here the current capital is only 9,849, right? So the next trade that it calculates the base order, and the first DCA order, the size of it is lesser than 12%, 1,002, because it's not using 10,000 to do the calculation. It's using lesser amount. For this case, it's 9,849. So 9,849, the 12% of it will be $1,181 instead of 1,002. So you get the idea. All right. For this one, you see here entry at FIP ID. Okay, this is the FIP ID. At which ID is it? So this ID is referring to the FIP table here, the lines. So you can see this ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4, and so on. Okay, this is the ID. All right, and this is the FIP readings, the lines. So we'll be using ID. Okay, so the FIP ID is 19. The entry is 13. So 13, let's see, where is it? 13 here. So it's 1.27. All right. So if you change this to 1.2, then it starts at ID 13. So it will be 1.2. All right. So okay. Okay, this explained already. This is in percentage. So it's 12%, 12%. This option is mentioned by you earlier on, that if the price broke above FIP 0, then the script will recalculate and to find a new FIP for entry. So it will skip that particular pending trades and move on to the next one. Let me see. All right, so you can see here, this FIP here is this one is 1, this is 1.27, this is the pending order, waiting for the price to drop here. All right, this is 1 and this is 0, FIP 0. So you can see when it drops, the price drops to here, but it goes up and goes over FIP 0 here. So this is long, L with the orange arrow. This is long, with the S is short. Okay, so this is a long signal here. So it will start pending for the price to drop to 1.27. This is the entry here, but it goes above FIP 0. So this pending long trade will be skipped. It will cancel out and wait for the next signal, like this long, this short, this long, this short, right? Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, this let's move on. Okay, this is the DCA volume scale. Okay, this one is the numbering. You can turn it off, which is referring to this. Okay, for this one you see here 1 and 2. So you see this 1, this 2, right? This can be turned off, so there's no so much text on the chart. Twitter. You might feel it's very messy, so you can turn the numbering off. See, it's gone. So it only show the entry and take profit and this stop loss. Right, so it's cleaner. Next, this one is the volume scale, which means that 1.1 times of the previous order. So if for the first DCA order, which means that if your base order is 12 is 12%, right? So which is 1,002 based on the initial capital, which is 1,002. The second DCA order. Second DCA order will be 1.1 times of that 1,002. So which is 10% more. So your second DCA order, the size will be 1,320 instead of 1,002. It's not fixed at 1,002. Alright, so this is the scale that you can set it. You can set it any amount that you want. If you have third DCA, you have 3 DCA, then the third one will base on the second DCA volume size. Like just now I calculated the second DCA, the size will be 1320, right? So based on that, I multiply by 1.1, so it's 10% more. So the third DCA, the volume size of it will be 1,452, 1452 instead of 1,003, instead of 1,002. So it's getting more. The size is getting bigger. So this helps you to average your costing. Let's move on to this take profit. This is the trading take profit option with 0.1% offset. Okay, so this is the condition of take profit. I have all 3 options for you. So this one is based on previous FIB entry level. So this is 4, which means that it will jump 4 levels up for long and 4 levels down for short. Okay. Okay, you see here. For this one is long trades. So you can see the take profit is at 0.5, which means that it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Your entry is at this one, right? This one is the entry. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the take profit is here, right? So for this candle here, the first DCA order is fulfilled. So the take profit is updated here. And previous 4, so you'll be starting from this order 1, 2, 3, 4. So the take profit is updated at this level. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, for this FIB ID is very straightforward, which means which ID that you want to take profit. Let's say you want to take profit at this 0.618 fixed at this level. So this is ID 9, so you just change it to 9. So this is by FIB ID. Okay, so FIB ID 9, which is 0.618. So no matter how much DCA has been fulfilled, it will be still at 0.618, this line. Alright, see, it's consistent at 0.618, even as the 2 DCAs has been fulfilled. Yeah. I have included the percentage also for more options for you. Maybe you want to change your mind, you don't want to follow this FIB level for the take profit, you want to use percentage, you can use percentage. The setting for this percentage will be below here. So this 2 is ignored. This one is ignored. Alright, so the percentage setting here, okay, if you are confused by this one, take profit percentage based on the percentage here, right? The percentage here is based on base order or total volume. If you choose base order, which means that if there is DCA order that is fulfilled, the take profit percentage will drop. Right? It's not going to fix at 0.5% because it calculates based on it just calculate based on base order. So it ignores this DCA. So total volume will be easier. It will fix at 0.5%. So you will always see 0.5%. Let's move on. This stop loss, you can turn it off. If you don't want to use stop loss, you can turn it off. And this is the FIB ID. So we are using 19. So which is this one. 19 is at 3, FIB 3. All right. Other settings here, minimum trade distance. This is the one that I explained to you to avoid the trades that messed up because the distance is too near, too small. Okay, so currently I set it at 0.5 because you know, I'm running at 1 minute charts. If I set it at 2%, I basically don't get much trades. So I changed it to 0.5 as a default. Okay, so this denominator size, the decimal places, and this one is forced to use whole number for the quantity size for this quantity. All right, so this is very much affected by the exchange for your trading, your exchange, your crypto exchange. Because most of the time exchange has larger size, minimum size. Like for example, most of the trading pair, they only allow up to 5 decimal places. So if you are sending in orders that is 7 decimal place or 10 decimal place, it might mess up, right? And also more decimal place, which means that it's more accurate. By right, it is more accurate on your chart, but it's not accurate on your exchange because the size is different. So your take profit and stop loss and the DCA might, you know, the averaging and the profit loss, everything might be not the same on this chart compared with your actual exchange, the actual trades. So it doesn't match. So it's not good because you might be making a loss at your exchange, but on this chart, it might show you that you are making profits. All right. So it's very important that you set this size, decimal place size correctly according to your exchange for that pair. All right, so this is cooldown minutes before next trades. So this is 5 minutes, which means that if this trade closes, let's say this one, okay, so this long trade, has closed at you know, loss here, okay, then just 2 minutes after, there is a short signal here, but it's only 2 minutes after, so it's the 3rd minute here. It will not execute for this short trade because you have a minimum of 5 minutes cooldown before the next trade, so it's 5 minutes. Okay, so this is the next one is trade fee percentage, which is at 0.07%. This is also important that you set according to your exchange. Choose the highest fee. Okay, so which means that for some exchange, most of the exchange, they have different fee for maker and taker. So maker fee is lower, is cheaper than taker fee, right? So taker fee is higher, so you will enter the highest fee here. It's very important. It's the same reason for accuracy. You have you need this trade fee to know whether your trade is making money or not. Because like this 1 minute chart, which is very small in distance, this gap here is only how much? It's only 0.5%, right? So which is going to make a very big difference if you have not set your trading fee. I mean, you see, if I put it at 0%, I don't set it. See, there's a slight difference in the average price, average cost here. It's lower, right? Okay, why is it at 0.5? I have to change this back to 4. All right, let's see again. Okay, so you see here, you have this profit at, you have this 0.45% profit. The profit is good, so but if your fee is 0.1 in some exchange, your profit is not actually that much. You can see it's only 0.26%. It's going to affect your planning, your strategy, and everything. So it's best that you put in your trading fee there. Okay, and 7. All right. For this one, you can hide everything except for this signal and take profit. Okay, so you can turn it off. So it will only show this trade, this trade lines and the background color, the shades. So it's a lot cleaner for this whole chart here. Okay, so you can turn it off and on. All right. Okay, for this the last part, which is fib. This settings, most of them is same as the standard fib indicator. So this is deviation percentage, and this is the depth by the bars. This extend left right is actually referring to the last one, the one that is the latest one. This line, okay, so it's extending to the right side. Okay, you can extend to the left. Okay, so it's referring to this line, the last one. Okay, right. So okay, this is a new option here. You can hide the raw lines, which is the blur one at the back. You see, okay, you can know where this your next trade is coming from. Okay, let's say let's say this one. So your long trades, entry at this point, okay, take profit at this point, right? The stop loss is here. So where does this point come from? It comes from this one, the starting point here. So it start from here. So you can see the lines, so you know where it change. Switch to this long here, and this is the short, this is the long. All right. This part, like just now I explained, this is the ID that I made for each of the fib settings. There's total of 20 of them you can use. Okay, try not to change 0 and 1, but you can change it. The strip will still works, no problem. You can change your 0 to up here. You can move your 1, no problem. Okay, for this show, right, show ID, this is just for the chart, the lines that you see. You can turn it off, turn it on. It doesn't affect the trading, just for you to see the lines. All right. The important part is this DCA slash take profit. Okay, so why is it both? Okay, because it will detect where is the one, where is your entry. So for this case, the entry is at 13 ID 13, which is 1.27. It will base on this entry and see how many DCA you have below it. So there's 2, which is ticked at 1.618 and 2, which means that you have 2 DCA. So if you take this, you have 3 DCA. You have the third one at 2.5, right? And above it is for this take profit. For this one, previous fib entry at four levels up. Okay, so it will base on this 4 levels. So entry at 1.27, 4 levels, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4 at 0.5. So 4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.5. Okay, so it doesn't take this into account. This doesn't exist, right? Even if you show the lines, it will not take this into account, right? So this is how this DCA take profit option works. All right, I think that's all for this one. We are going to wait for a new trade. I slightly explained for this current trades information here, because there's no trade, so there's nothing to show below this current trades. Okay, we'll wait for that. At the meantime, I will explain more on this one. This is total trades for both long and short, so it's 210. And max DCA, this is referring to the trades, how many trades that has fulfilled all your DCA. In this case, there's 2 DCA for each trade. So how many trades that has fulfilled both DCA? So there's 10 total. 3 for long, 7 for short. Okay, so there's long, shorts separately. All right. So this profit and loss, total profit and loss, which is 150 loss right now. Okay, and this is long and short. It breaks up. This is the same profit and loss average per month, which you see at this second table here. At the meantime, I will show you how these alerts should be set up. Okay, so when you create your alerts, you have to use both. You don't only choose one of them. You choose both. So it's order field and alert function calls, both. All right. Then you need your webhook. Then this is the name. You can name anything here. But you must only put this special placeholder syntax code here in this message. Only this one. You don't add additional things like, you don't put all this, even space. You don't put space also. You don't put space. You don't put one like this. No, you can only put exactly this placeholder code, right? Strategy dot order dot alert message. Okay, I will explain on this how this alert works. It's quite confusing. It's not like other scripts that you might have used. Most of the script they create the alert system is very simple. It's like only entry and exit, entry, exit. That's very straightforward and easy. But for my system, it's more complex. It's slightly more complex. So let me explain. Okay, let me get this script up. The alerts records here. Okay. All right. This is Alertatron. Okay, let's see where it starts the trades. Okay. This one for this example is short trade. So when there's a base order short trade is starting up, it will have this command send this alert sent to Alertatron for this base order, and you see this time is 8:33 a.m. All right, so this is the amount, the market for sell, because this is short order. All right, then at this right after this only half minute, it triggers the second alert, and this is what alerts. This is for the limit orders. So there's 2 limit orders. There's 2 DCA, right? So there's 2 limit orders for this Alertatron command. Okay, so at the same time, you can see the time. At the same time, there's another alert. This alert is for trailing take profit, because Alertatron allows limit orders, allow this trailing take profit command orders. So this is why you get it at the very beginning, at 8:34. a.m. Okay, you see here at just 1 minute and a half, I mean 2 minutes after the trade has opened, there's one DCA that is fulfilled. Okay, so DCA 1 is fulfilled. This alert will trigger. We can't avoid this. Okay, this has to be triggered, right? But it has no command for the bot. It will not send command to the bot. So you see this DCA1 limit order is placed at beginning. So it explains it's managed at by this Alertatron, right? So there's no command to the bot. So you can just ignore. Alright, so okay, this one. Alright, you see this almost at the same time, 8:36 a.m. It has another command, alert sent to this Alertatron bot. This is to update the take profit. As you can see, there's slight difference, right? So this take profit is at FIB 0.5, okay, but this one is at 0.618. Because I have this option set as take profit at previous FIB entry by 4 levels. So this trading take profit has to be updated on this Alertatron bot. So this alert is to update the take profit. Okay. Then again, there's the second DCA has been fulfilled, so it updates again. So you see, this is take profit at FIB 0.786. Okay. This is to cancel pending orders. The trade has not closed, but the trailing has started. All right, so the trailing has started, so it cancels all these pending DCA orders to avoid take profit and DCA at the same time. Okay, so this is to avoid mistakes. So it cancels this all the pending orders, and it will wait for this take profit. So the take profit is trading order has been placed earlier on, managed by Alertatron. So there's no command sending to the bot for this at this point. The take profit is handled by Alertatron. Okay, then you can see the next minute it has another cancel. Alright, the trade has closed, clear all limit orders. Okay, so it clears the limit orders again to be sure. For safety purpose, it has to try and clear all these pending orders. It doesn't affect your board. It doesn't affect your exchange. You know, there's nothing to lose to be safe. So it will cancel orders at each signal. Most of other script, they don't do these things. They just do entry, exit, entry, exit. But I have all these fail-safe commands just in case. Alright, so let us get back to this trade. This one is for short. Alright, so this short, the volume is 1,100 plus. A new DCA order is just fulfilled, right? Okay, so it's 2,000 plus. This volume, right? And the PNL and the average price, and this take profit, stop loss, and the next DCA that is at this price. So the stop loss is here. It's almost reaching the stop loss. This is how this current trade will show you everything here in the next DCA. Okay, so I think that's all for this tutorial video. Anything else you can ask me again in the chat. Thank you very much.